All right, what's going on, everybody? It is Elijah Muse here with Gifted Hands Music, and I want to welcome you all to our channel. Whether this is your first time or you are a regular here at Gifted Hands, welcome. Here at Gifted Hands, we are dedicated to learning the language of music and loving every single step of the process. So today, I'm going to be diving into some gospel piano. I have a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers, a lot of you in the Gifted Hands community play gospel and you play in church, right? And so one question that I get all of the time is, Elijah, how can I play, right? How can I play stuff like that? How can I play all these crazy licks and stuff that these jazz and gospel artists be playing, like Corey Henry? I want to play like him. So I'm going to make it very simple. I'm going to use this in a beginner's context, right? So for those of you who don't really have experience playing runs and licks and those types of things, and want to get into that, I'm going to make a very simple formula for you. I'm going to give you one chord that you can use and that you'll be able to use for any song, any key, and you'll be able to start playing runs and licks and things of that nature, okay? So the scale we're talking about today, so that you can start playing gospel runs and licks, is the minor pentatonic scale. It's called the minor pentatonic scale, right? And so this is just a 5-note scale. Super easy to remember. It's just 5 notes. So the scale that we're going to be looking at today is actually G minor pentatonic, okay? So like I said, a pentatonic scale in general is 5 notes. And this is the 1, the minor third, the 4, the 5, and the 7, okay? 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7, or the flat 7 technically. And so these 5 notes give you what's called a pentatonic scale. And you hear this common in not just gospel. This is common in jazz improvisation. This is common in rock improvisation. It's common in blues improvisation. If you go to any guitarist and you ask them what's the first scale that they learned to play, to be able to improvise or solo over, they're going to tell you the pentatonic scale. It's easy to remember, and it works over so many chords that it's just a staple in improv, in running, and playing licks and all that stuff, right? So G minor pentatonic is this: G, B flat, C, D, and F. Okay, so you can go up and down and practice it that way, right? But a way to look at this and to make licks, make your own runs out of it, we'd have to look at it in a musical context, right? So since we're playing G minor, right? First off, what chords can I play this minor pentatonic scale over? So the first chord, which is obvious, is a G minor chord. So if I'm playing any type of minor chord, I can play that pentatonic scale. And without getting too fancy, the first thing when you start playing this pentatonic scale, you just want to go up and down the piano, right? I'd go up and down 4 octaves with both hands to just get comfortable with the sound and to start looking at the notes, right? You want to figure out, you want to get those notes of the scale memorized. And after you get the notes of the scale memorized and you know how to play it up and down, then you can start doing other things, like all that's based off of the minor pentatonic scale, right? But I added one extra note actually with that lick I just did. I played this note right here, right? So this is something else that's common in gospel. So we know my pentatonic scale is 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, right? So what is this note? This is what you call a blue note. This is the sharp 4 to flat 5, right? If D is my 5 of G, then this note is the flat 5. And so that note, if I add that note into the scale, it gives the scale a little bit more flavor. So that turns the scale from pentatonic, right? That's pentatonic, into a blues scale. So that flat 5 or the sharp 4, this note right here, makes it a blues scale. It just adds one extra note to the pentatonic, to the minor pentatonic scale, and it makes it a blues scale. And that is right. That note right there gives you that real bluesy gospel sound, i.e. the name blues scale, right? So these two scales, like I said, essentially the same. The minor pentatonic and the blues scale are essentially the same, just the blues scale has that one extra note, which is the sharp 4 or the flat 5, right? So after you get those down, I just practice those. I practice that scale in every key. So start with C minor. You can practice the blues and the pentatonic scale. So start with C minor, then move it up. This is the blues. Right? So just move it up and down the keyboard. All right, so move that up and down the keyboard. Get comfortable with playing each of those scales in each key. And remember, I'm going to put the formula on the screen, but it's just your 1, your minor 3rd, your 4th, your 5th, and then your flatted 7th, right? If you want to add the blues note or the blues scale, just add that sharp 5, or sorry, sharp 4, flat 5. Okay, so when you're starting playing runs and licks, just get comfortable with playing that over your minor chord, right? So if I'm playing a C minor pentatonic scale, then I just want to play that over a C minor chord. If I'm playing a F minor pentatonic scale, I just want to play that over an F minor chord. All right, and so on and so forth. G minor goes over G pentatonic, right? E flat minor 7 goes over E flat pentatonic. Or you can play the blues scale over this minor chord as well. So there you go. You have the pentatonic and the blues scale, which is essential. This is the foundation of playing gospel runs and licks. So get that under your belt in every single key. Once again, the formula for the minor pentatonic: 1, flat 3rd, 4th, 5th, flat 7th. The blues scale, you just add that half step in between the 4th and the 5th, okay? So you can do that. And the other great thing about this, the pentatonic and the blues scale, is that it doesn't just have to go over a minor chord, right? So I'm playing C minor, right? In my left hand, playing C minor, and I'm playing the C minor blues or the C blues scale in my right hand. I added an extra note right there, but all right. So C minor blues, right? So the great thing about this is that, let's say I'm playing a song, right? I'm playing in the key of E flat. So I'm playing in E flat. Let's say my progression is 1, 4, 1, 4. So I'm just playing that 1 over the 4. But what did I just play? So all of that was the C minor pentatonic, or the C minor blues scale that I was playing. So I played the same scale over the 1 chord and the 4 chord. But how did I know to play this minor pentatonic or the blues scale? Because either one works in this situation, right? So I know if I'm playing any song, in this case my 1 to 4 song, or in the key of E flat major, all I have to do is find the 6 of that key, right? The 6th chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So C minor would be the 6th chord, right? The root note being C. So I just take that C, play the C pentatonic or the C blues scale in that key, and it works over almost any chord. So I know I'm playing the C minor pentatonic, right? But I'm in the key of E flat, so I can play it over the 1 chord. I can play it over the 2 chord. I can play it over the 3. I can play it over the 4. I can play it over the 5. Then the 6, of course. The 7. So this is so flexible. The pentatonic and the blues scales are so flexible and so versatile. Like I said, just learn these and you can apply it to almost every song out there, right? Any gospel song. And like this goes past gospel as well. It goes into other genres, jazz and blues and rock, and fusion. You'll hear it in all other genres. This is, like I said, one of the most common scales, one of the first scales that most improvisers start using when it comes to improv and soloing. But so like I said, just remember that if you're playing a song, whatever key, so let's jump to G major. So if I'm playing my 1 to 4 song, 1, and I want to know what scale to use to play a run or a lick, all I do is go to the 6 of the key that I'm in. So I'm in G major. I go to the 6, which is E minor. Take E minor, play the E minor pentatonic or the E minor blues scale, right? That's the E minor blues. That's the E minor pentatonic. A 1 note difference, right? This is my 4, this is my 5. I add that note in between. So I can take that scale, or yeah, take the E minor pentatonic or E minor blues scale and play it over the whole chord progression. And so you hearing me, I'm doing a bunch of fancy stuff, it sounds like, right? All right, so all that is, I'm just taking notes. Once again, these are all just notes out of the E minor pentatonic scale. And I'm just adding them in different combinations, right? So here I was just playing the B flat, B to the D. So this is all based off of E minor pentatonic, right? So this is my flat 5, my 5, and then my 7 of E minor. So after you know what scale to play, then you can just mess around with the scale, right? And play it from different notes. Oops. And yeah, you can start it from different notes. Try different patterns. And just see what sounds good to you. You know, after you have the tool to use, it's up to you to make the tool your own, right? So the scale is just a group of notes that you know work over a certain song or over a certain chord progression. So just take the scale, take the notes, and then make them your own, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna apply that just to one more key to make sure you understand the concept, right? So last key that we're gonna go to is going to be, let's see, B flat. All right, so let's play our 1 to 4 song, right? So once again, we just took this concept that we talked about earlier, right? We have the 1 chord, the 4 chord. So what do? I find the 6 in the key that I'm in. So this time I'm in G minor, right? I'm in G minor. So I know I can play G minor pentatonic or G minor blues essentially over any chord in this key, right? So my G minor pentatonic scale, that's my G minor pentatonic. 1, 3, 4, 5, flat 7. Or the G minor blues. 1, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, 7. Okay, so I have those notes. to play with over this chord progression. Okay, so that's a technique that you can use. Take it, play with it, mess with it. Just remember, you got the key that you're in. Take the sixth chord from that key, make it a pentatonic or a minor blues scale, and voila, you can have fun. All right, that is the foundation of playing gospel runs and licks. So learn that. Learn all of your pentatonic and blues scales in every key, and start having fun with the music. All right, so I hope this was helpful for you all today. If you haven't already, just please click the subscribe button, like this video, and share it with all your friends, your family, and your fellow musicians. We want to help everyone increase their skills and take their playing to the next level. I need your help to do that, though. So until next time, I will see you all. We have more lessons coming up for you all next week, coming very, very soon. So stick around. Like I said, share with your family and your friends, and I will see you all very, very soon.